Hey everybody, welcome to Coffee and Bibles. I am Christian. I have my guest right here. This is Andres, known aka as Wooden Bench Coffee. Is that what you go by?
Yeah. Most people know me just by Andres now.
Yeah, I know him as Andres. And yeah, I'm really excited for today's conversation. We're gonna dive into equipment and we're gonna taste some coffee. This is actually an interesting one. I know you are are you a drip guy?
I actually am a drip guy.
Okay.
Funny, I just got my whole setup at home. I got the kettle, I got the scale.
Oh, sick.
I have a hand grinder right now.
What? Oh, you're in it, man.
I have a bunch of batch grinders,
Yeah.
but they all need to be worked on, this and that. So
That's
hand grinder is pretty easy.
You're a coffee nerd now. If you have a hand grinder, it's just like automatically.
Yeah.
Well, this is a brandy wine coffee roasters, a Colombia Rodrigo Sanchez, and it's a mango co-ferment. If you do not know what a co-ferment is, it's basically a fermentation processed coffee.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say it's like a different category of coffee altogether.
Okay.
People used to bag against flavoring coffee in roasting.
Really?
If you know that, like, it's a French vanilla flavor or whatever.
Okay.
This is like them trying to do flavor, but in the processing side of coffee instead of when you're roasting and adding like, I don't know, syrups or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
How do they ferment? Like they ferment mango?
So they literally use mangoes. If it's a mango co-ferment, they would put it inside of the fermentation tank or like the drying when they're washing the coffee. And then they would let it sit so that it is processed with that flavor.
So before it's roasted, it's already fermented, or
it's when it's still like green, like they're trying to process it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so try it. What you think? Literally, I'm getting like mango sticky rice in this cup.
Definitely taste of mango. It's good though.
It's definitely
super light.
It's really drinkable. I like it. I don't know why. You get like coconut milk.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Right?
Coconut, yeah, very coconut.
And so like when I first, I grabbed this at a shop in Houston, Texas. I saw, I'm like into co-ferments right now. I'm just trying to experiment.
Also, they're from Texas, not from
here. The cafe that used them was in Houston, Texas. I bought a bag. Yeah.
But that's really good. It smells really good too.
It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah,
very different.
I've been loving it. I'm trying to finish the bag. It's really good.
And where is this bean from?
It's Colombian.
Colombian, okay.
So the farmer's name is Rodrigo Sanchez. So whenever you buy beans, check out the bag, and it'll tell you, tasting notes, elevation, and then varietal, roast date. Roast date's important so that you get fresh beans and all of that. Well, what do you think?
Really, really good.
Really good?
I will get it. If I see it, or if you have any extra ones, I'll definitely get one.
Dude, yes.
That's
so
really
any
good.
co-ferment, it's like super fun.
Especially for a pour over, I feel like that.
Yeah, because it's so light. I just
Can you espresso off this?
You can. It's gonna be really intense and funky.
Okay.
Have you tried it or not? Tried a shot yet. That might be the next episode, man. I might just like put it on an espresso grinder.
Do you ever want to get into fermentating and mixing your coffee like that?
I almost roast co-ferment beans, but I didn't grab it fast enough.
Okay.
Everyone's like trying to grab it right now, and so that's like a thing.
This feels like exactly what it should taste like.
Yeah,
I haven't had it a lot, but this is good.
It's so good, right?
I like it.
Hey, while we're enjoying this, I wanted to ask you about Wooden Bench journey. Randomly, I found Andres actually on OfferUp. That's how I got. Yeah, it's OfferUp, bro.
I thought it was Instagram.
It was like either OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, or somewhere else. But basically, Andres is a machine tech, and also you build equipment.
Yes.
Espresso machines in particular.
Yeah. So if anyone's familiar with the coffee world or whatever part of your journey, there's a tech side of it, which consists of a lot of things. But yeah, it's my journey. I guess we could just start there. The journey started in, I think, 2018. When did you open up Chino Hills?
2018.
Okay, yeah. So that's when I first started.
No way.
As an apprentice. I wasn't like at that level yet.
Yeah.
I think when we met, it was probably like 2 years after you opened already.
Yes.
So like kind of still in the beginning. But yeah, I started off while I was going to school. I didn't really know what I wanted to do in school. I went off of tennis scholarship.
Okay.
So I played tennis. I loved it. I was just chasing that dream. And started
tennis player, man.
Yeah, I know. That was a dream. Oh, it's so hard. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I was kind of switching majors. Didn't know what I wanted to do. And then at my third year of college, so I kind of decided like my second year, oh, let me try teaching. Not because that was what I was into. It's because I have a lot of family that was in it. So I'm like, okay, let's try it. Got into it, and third year we started working with kids, and that's kind of was that was it for me.
Oh, like you're talking about teaching kids?
Yeah, teaching
Whoa.
kids. So like elementary, and I started doing like internships, kind of,
okay,
or like part of school. Started working with like sixth graders.
So you don't like kids?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Not that I don't like. I want my own kids.
Yeah.
But
teaching kids different though.
Yeah, other people's kids, I was like, yeah, I can't do this. There's no way. So when I knew right away, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave. So I dropped out, and I'm like, I want to work with my hands. That's the next thing I want to do. So I started applying to different apprenticeships, whether like it was plumbing, electrical, any type of hands-on work is what I wanted to do. So I just started sending applications everywhere, and I mean, it was really hard to get a job because if you want to be a plumber, they're not just going to take some kid right out of college and put him out there.
That's true.
Thankfully, I got hired as a coffee machine tech. I had no idea what coffee was. I didn't drink coffee at the time.
You were not even drinking coffee or
coffee. I didn't
frequenting cafes or anything like that.
Nothing. No. The only coffee I knew was my parents' Folgers, Ready Mix, or the donut shop.
That's where we all started.
Yeah. So that's how it started, and I got into it and just fell in love with it. I just fell in love with working on something with your hands, finding problems. And that was 2018. Worked with the company for about 2 years, and then I went on my own. Just because I'm like, okay, I know there's money in it now. I know how to do it. Took a big leap and started my own journey, and now we're here. And that's really crazy. It's really it's been a whole insane journey. How far I've made it. Yeah, I could never have guessed how many cafes I would be working on and building.
You're awesome. Everywhere now.
Yeah. that was a journey, and it was fun, and it's still happening. I'm still learning every day. I'm still growing every day. We have been a tech now for what, like 8 years, I would say. 8 years. Yeah, so 8 years.
Almost a decade, man.
Almost a decade. 2 more years. But I feel like I've seen it all, but I know I'm not. Not yet. So yeah, I get that was a journey, and I mean, a lot of people come up to me and ask, like, so many baristas come up to you or me. And they ask, how do they get into it? How do I start being a tech? How do I do this? And it's just so weird. It's not like being a plumber, you can go to a trade school.
There's no trade school for this.
Yeah, for this there's some classes. Like you go to, I think, North Carolina or Kentucky for.
Oh, really?
And I've seen those, but I don't know anything about it. There's no real like certificate or. Yeah, it's just, you just kind of got to find your own way. Bug people like me. Bug your local tech company. And just try to figure it out.
That's such a coffee world thing. Like I learned same thing with roasting or even trying to build a cafe. I mean, I was bugging everybody, kind people that wanted to sit down with me and let me like pick their brain. And they're like literally like, don't do this. Like you should start here, buy this, buy that. Without those people, I feel like, we wouldn't be able to start anything. You know?
Yeah, because I feel like when we started, it was still not the beginning of like a big coffee boom, but it kind of was. Like there was Starbucks, and I mean, I'm really thankful for Starbucks because they kind of started that trend, and then that's what kind of opened up more.
A lot of people bash on Starbucks, but if without Starbucks, we would not be even third wave stuff. You know?
Exactly. So now there's so many more shops, and it's growing a lot. It's getting bigger. I think over the next 10 years, they'll probably start being real courses on like roasting, tech work, coffee stuff, because right now it's still kind of like in that big explosion. There's so many shops. But there's never enough shops at the same time. We always need more.
Yeah. Well, we need more of you, man. I don't know how you multiply yourself to all the cafes that you work on. But interesting story. I found you because I just built my first shop. It was Chino Hills.
Yes.
We opened with Take Your Seat, shout out.
Yep.
And we were gonna open a second one, and I was looking to service my San Remo Cafe Racer.
Yep.
Because nobody wanted to touch them.
Yeah, that one's a tough
at
one.
that time. It's a painful machine, a beautiful machine, but like, I mean, you got to know how to work on that thing.
Yep.
And then I found you because you're like, hey, I'm actually learning how to like service a cafe or San Remo.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I also build machines. And I'm like, dude, I need a second machine for my second shop.
Yep.
And that's kind of like how we began. And I would say until today, you basically built every single machine that we have in all of our 6 cafes, which is super cool. And a lot of our wholesale clients also basically become your customer or like work on a project with you. You just put in a espresso machine on at Coin Church.
Yes.
That's cool to brew. I mean, it's awesome to just kind of hear where we are now from before, right? Now, here's a question that everybody wanted to know. What about our machine? Like, tell me, what do I need to know if I just started in coffee or I wanted to get into a coffee business? The question that I have is like, this machine is freaking expensive.
Yeah.
I am so intimidated right now to even pull a trigger.
Yeah.
But you are a coffee tech. You work on machines. You build machines. What do I need to know? Tell everybody who's watching before I made that purchase. I'm curious about your thoughts on this.
Yeah, so I'm not talking about like roasting or anything else. I'm just talking purely equipment.
Yeah.
If you're going to start a coffee cart, start with coffee cart because I know it's usually either coffee cart or cafe. That's kind of how people start off. Coffee cart, there's so many, and there's just so many routes to go with equipment. The big popular one that everyone knows and goes straight to is Marzocco, La Marzocco. Great brand, highly,
workhorse.
Yeah. But when you're on that budget and you see that GS3 price or the mini price,
it hurts.
Like, it sucks. So I get it. Unless you know someone like me that can get you a good deal on it.
Wait. Can I just go on Facebook Marketplace and would you recommend me? Like, I mean, someone was posting like $1,000 Linea Mini.
Yeah, be careful with those because those a lot of times are like in other states and they try scamming. If you got to go see it first, never drop a deposit on a used machine until you have you can see it.
Great insight, man.
For sure that one because I've seen that blow up in a lot of people's faces.
Oof.
But Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Craigslist, it is good. But it's also not good. It's good for me because I know what I'm looking at. I can take when I go look at a used machine, I can take
not me.
So for most people buying used machines, I would say try to find someone that knows about machines, take pictures of it, and then send it to a tech or someone that knows about it.
Solid.
And they can just kind of give you an idea. But if you do buy on Marketplace or anything, it is good. Find a good deal. Definitely jump on it, but test the machine if you could test it. Make sure everything's working. Look for leaks. Ask them to just take the top off. And as simple as putting a flashlight in there, see if you see anything gross and nasty, and that kind of tells you a lot. But yeah, used machines are going to be tricky. There's good ones out there, but it's a hit or miss. But kind of going back to so if you're building a coffee cart out and you want to kind of do it the best way, but you're on a budget, there are other machines besides La Marzocco, and I always got to tell people that.
Come on,
it's like I mean, there's so many.
Here's the unpopular take from a coffee tech. Here we go.
No, I mean,
don't comment. Hey friends, it's Christian. I hope you are enjoying this podcast conversation so far. This video is sponsored by the Coffee Collective. It is a group coaching space with people like you, home baristas, cafe operators, cart operators that want to thrive in their business and also in their life, but don't want to do it alone. We provide spaces where you can grow, learn from one another, share best practices in a collaborative effort. And so if you want to be a part of something like that, make sure that you check it out and come join us and don't do coffee alone. Also, if you find this conversation helpful, would you share it, follow, subscribe, like it, and just spread the news to everybody. let's jump back into the conversation.
I love La Marzocco. I think they're great.
Me too.
Um,
Yeah.
if I were building my own
Yeah.
coffee shop, I would probably, and this is my unpopular take.
Yeah,
If I were building my
Andres.
own,
Yeah.
my take, I would probably go with Slayer. Not because
Dude, they're not.
I think
Are they cheaper?
they're not that much cheaper. They're kind of the same. But I've had really good experiences with Slayer
Nice.
recently, and the new ones coming out. It's just, that's probably my take right now, because everyone loves La Marzocco. La Marzocco, and again, no bashing on them. They're
Yeah.
still my top three. They were one at one point. Slayer kind of jumped them right now, but I can only imagine maybe a year or two from now they might go back on top. But they're like 1A, 1B.
Nice.
But again, kind of like if you're on that budget, there's good brands like Novus and Benelli.
Mhm.
They're really affordable and they're really good. Those things will last you forever. They don't have all the bells and whistles like La Marzocco and Slayer,
Yeah.
but you can get a good deal on those. Brands like La Speciale, another one. One group of that, like new, is probably like 4,000 compared to a GS3, which is like 8,000. And Speciale will do good. Those are really good machines. So definitely do your research. If you have the money, I would say yes, invest. If you can invest in a good Marzocco or a Slayer, something like that, a big brand, definitely do it. If you don't have that budget, do not feel like you're choosing, like if you choose a Novus and Manelli or something, like that's still a great option.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it easy to sell your machine? Because there's some of my consulting clients ask me a question. If I buy this thing and then I want to upgrade one day,
okay,
would like the reselling price, what do you buy and sell machines all the time? What would you say?
Yeah, that's one of them. Like, so if you do choose like one of those less expensive brands, like a Nova or, like the ones I said, though the resale market for those are a little harder because people are always
to sell back.
Yeah. But if you buy a GS3 or a Mini or a Slayer, like one group for a cart, and
it's
you're ready
easier
to upgrade, you can sell those same day. You'll get so many offers. So that is one thing. You'll really never lose a value on a machine you're putting a lot of money into.
Yeah.
Those resale market's really good on those.
That's good. And of course, there's also that consideration. Do you need a dual boiler or single boiler? What kind of volume are you trying to run? Are you going to be at a farmer's market, or are you trying to do private events, or maybe it's just a home machine, Yeah. And so a lot of people ask me questions. Can I run an event with a home machine, like a Breville?
Yeah.
I'll say, well, depends. How big is your event? Are they friends and families? Are they paying customers? Because all of that is gonna affect, the kind of things that you want to do. Now, I think the other two that I could think of on top of my head that a lot of people are not talking about is actually grinder and water system, which is another interesting conversation that I want to ask you, because everyone's like, buy the best espresso machine or whatever it is. And then they have like a home grinder and it's struggling to just keep up. Yep. What's your take on grinder and water filter real fast?
Grinder, there's a lot of good options with that too, but you got to make sure, kind of like you say, you got to kind of know what you're doing. Like the Breville, if you are just serving very low volume, I think it could keep up pretty well.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be at a farmer's market and you got a lot of stuff going on, it's always good to invest in, good equipment.
That Steam grinders, 1 is going to struggle for sure, but you could pull some shots on a Breville, I guess, right?
So for the grinder, I would say there's a lot of good options. The only thing I would say is always good to invest in a grinder that has bigger size burrs. So usually you'll see like I think you have a F83, so 83 millimeter burrs. Those things grind within like 3 to 4 seconds. There's a lot of good options. Koenig, Moser, Nova, or Victoria's. Those are really good grinders, but always look for just a bigger burst size, because if you do, you feel like those with bigger burst size, you're just going to be able to handle higher volume all the time.
Yeah.
No matter the brand, really. Like Moser has big burrs, and those things are workhorses. Now Koenig has big burrs; those things are workhorses. Now you get like Moser or other brands that have smaller burrs. It could take like 8 to 10 seconds to grind, or like the Fiorenzato F64s. Those can take a lot of seconds to grind, and then you just outgrow it. You outgrow it so fast. They're good for decaf. Yeah, for grinders, I would say just
Good
look
point.
at bigger burrs. Make that investment because you won't regret it. Even if you're low volume, once you do get bigger, those bigger burrs and bigger
Yeah.
motors always.
It's a good investment
Yeah. So always
altogether.
just get bigger burrs.
Yeah.
But yeah, Maser, Koenig, the Victorias, the Mythos ones.
Those are nice.
Those are really good. Those
Yeah.
are like kind of my top three. I'm sure there's
Mm.
more I'm missing, but those.
Yeah.
Oh, the Fiorenzatos, the Fiorenzato 83s. The new ones, the ones that you have, those
Yeah.
are nice. I
Those
love how
are
you can
nice.
just pop it off.
So good.
Easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fiorenzato, Maser, Koenig, and then Mythos ones. Those
Nice.
are my top grinders.
Talk about water.
Water,
Yeah.
water is that can make and break a lot of people. Cafes, especially with carts, it's usually easier because carts are not open.
And we don't run
24
every single day.
But
Yeah.
you still want to make sure you have filtered water.
Why do we need filtered water? Tell us.
So
this is probably the things that break your heart when you open an espresso machine.
Yeah, water is, I mean, I don't know the exact percentage,
Yeah.
but in coffee it's like 98%,
99%
Uh-huh.
is water.
So water is, I mean, every time I sell machines, always water. If you don't have water, we're not going to put warranty on your, like good water, we're not going to put warranty on your machine.
Makes sense.
We'll let the customer know like you're walking into like a bad situation already. So water is important because, I mean, some people drink out of tap water.
Yeah. It tastes different though.
Yeah, it does taste different.
Yeah. Even brewing this, I bought a
Mhm.
crystal geyser just to, because
yeah,
it brings like some like clarity, the
Mhm.
mineralized
Yeah.
content in
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah, so tap water, if you're putting that into your machine, I mean, in tap water, there's so many things. You can run a test. It's never good. I know it's like, it's safe
not
to
good.
drink, but yeah, you just don't want to be drinking tap water, period, even if it's not coffee related.
But how does it affect the machine though?
So here in California, or at least Southern California, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's all California, we have really high mineral content. Your ppm is
Yeah.
probably around 300 to 400.
Jeez,
Which
I
is
didn't
just,
know that.
yeah, really just, it will build so much scale in your equipment. You'll get a lot of problems, clogged restrictors, you'll get bad boilers, start eating away at the metal, and then you're looking at, you know, a $3,000-$4,000 repair a year in.
Oof.
And that does happen. There's cafes that do it or don't keep up with their water.
Man.
So very important to just get good water. If you have a cart, the local water stores, they have RO water. Just get jugs of those. Crystal
Great
Geyser
tip.
is really good.
Yeah.
Or if you have a cart, even invest in like a RO at home or a small 3-stage filtration that has maybe a softener cartridge on it.
How much are those?
Really, what
The
I
smaller
offer,
one?
yeah, like my main things that I offer to shops, carts, is either a 3-stage filtration or a reverse osmosis.
Yeah.
3-stage is going to be something like a carbon filter. I like using another like carbon with a KDF filter that just absorbs a lot of heavy metals, tastes better, it's cleaner. And then lastly, a softener, which protects the equipment. Those do really good. And then RO, a little more pricey, but that's kind of going to be like your best option. But
Nice.
ROs too, I mean, ROs can fail at times. Sometimes you get a clogged membrane.
Yeah, we've had those.
Yeah, and then you're just running your machine, there's no water coming out. So that's like, oh, okay. You just kind of see what's better for you at the time. They're both good options. Be like a 3-stage filter. Make sure it has a softener. That would be super helpful. Or RO. But with RO, you can drain the tanks. So just know how much volume you're going to be getting at your event or in your shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Water's super important.
Dude, that's good content.
And then just taste. I mean, taste and clean water. You know it. I mean, we know
You
it
can
more.
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people don't really care for it, but I promise you, it's just so much better.
Even for like cold brewing.
Yeah.
Even for, I don't know, doing other coffee things, it makes a big difference. And when your machine breaks, that's gonna break your heart, you know. And so I don't know how many times you have to descale stuff and open the whole entire thing. I didn't know like your espresso machine have this needle thing that they push pressurized water into your shot, and once little mineral goes in there, I mean, it just it's labor, you know. So you have to maintain that. Wow, dude, thanks for sharing that. That's very helpful. I want to ask one last thing, and maybe we'll land here. When we were working together, we stumbled upon a book together.
Yes.
I think we were talking about like how busy life was and business, and we were all both trying to start our business.
Yeah.
I was running carts, managing cafe, trying to get into roasting. I was exhausted. I mean, even on the church work side that I'm part of, I was, my pace was just not sustainable at all.
Yeah.
And I stumbled upon this book called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry by John Mark Comer,
Yep.
which like really just impacted me deeply. It made me reflect on my values, like what's important for my life. I think everybody started a business not to work themselves to death. Like nobody started like that. But we always ended up just going to the next thing, not thinking intentionally about our life rhythm.
Yeah.
Then our values get compromised.
Yeah.
Right. So we had a conversation. You were also running around and doing all of that. And you read the same book.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted you to kind of just riff on your experience, how you were reflecting at that time about how Wooden Bench was going, and then just you personally.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of people go through this, have that season in their life where they're just up and down everywhere. It's a blessing to be busy and to have work and all that. But I think it's really important to take a step back. And I mean, it sounds kind of corny, but it's like, oh yeah, take a step back, enjoy what you have, and do those things. But it's, I mean, it's super true.
Yeah.
Because once you're in that zone of just work, you can just forget about a lot of things. And yeah, I was going through that at a point in my life, so I tried slowing down a lot. But during that time, it was just a lot of people needing work done or opening up shops. Yeah, yeah, just opening up shops and all that. And again, blessing, but definitely needed to take a step back. And that book helped a lot. Just not being so caught up in work is important to have a good business and to have a good personal life. But for you, was it just you, or was it the whole Take Your Seat team was kind of going through the same thing?
Yeah, we were. I mean, you know this. We went from 1 to 2 to 6, and it was like, whose great idea was this? You know, and but it was just happening. Like what I'm learning is like we just said yes to the invitation and we entered into it.
Yeah.
So we were kind of all trying to figure out as a business owner, how will this work, this life work balance type of thing. And then not losing your own core values, your faith, your relationship. I have small kids.
Yeah.
And so I was just thinking about like, man, how many times I had to go, sorry, there's an emergency at the shop, and he ran out a door and I have to leave them, you know, and kind of abandon them in that way. And so so I was processing the same thing, man. I was just tired and not knowing what to do at that time.
Yeah, it's not fun.
No, not at all. But I mean, you've run your business now for 8 years. You're about to go on vacation in like a couple of days.
Finally.
Yes, awesome. Hey, take vacations. If you own a business, you run your whatever, like it's so important to pace yourself and all of that. Tell us what faith and your relationship means to you as you are building this dream for Wooden Bench, and like what do you look forward to in the future?
Like my faith, I am a believer. I think you know that.
Yeah, I do know that.
So yeah, I think that's just my core value is knowing that I have God, and I feel like, can you repeat the question again? I'm trying
to how do you see your faith, your relationship, and like what do you look forward in the future in terms of Wooden Bench and what you're building?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what I was always like when I started. I was just trying to get a job, have a business, be successful, make money. I don't think I ever thought of it more than that. Now, deeper in, I value so many more things, and of course, because of my faith, I feel like I appreciate and love on like my customers more. So now, like, what my goal is for Wooden Bench is not necessarily to make it big or have all these things, employees and a bunch of text going out, which would be nice. It's still
That would be
in
nice.
there, but I think the main goal for me is just making sure representing God to my customers. So when they think of me, they call me, they see me, they have, I can reflect Jesus to them. And that's
so good.
Maybe that could just be as simple as just showing up for them, working hard, giving discounts. And that's how I could kind of reflect, my faith. It could be just the smallest thing. So yeah, like my main goal is just really my customers, like you. Like that's all that matters to me. I'm not really, that's just, that's where I'm at now.
So good, man.
So
you might be having a lot of people calling you for discounts.
Only
if you are a faithful customer.
Yes.
Love the conversation. Thank you for your time. I know you're like in between moving around, servicing cafe all across LA and IE and OC. I don't know where you are right now. But where can people find your work these days?
Man, if Wooden Bench is on Instagram, is kind of like my only marketing source. I don't do a lot of marketing.
You're only on Instagram, bro.
Because if not, I feel like I'll just get way too many calls if I try to market myself, and I'm not at that point yet. So it's not Instagram. You can hit me up on Instagram. If not, ask your local cafe who they service, and if it's not me and it's another tech, hopefully they're good.
Or you can come talk to me and I can connect you with this guy. Well, Andres, thanks so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We will see you guys in the next episode. God bless.